Hello, Brother Monroe here. Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, to the British campaign on Dip Classic, and to the HMS Glasgow, which has discovered a French destroyer approaching the fleet that is attacking Le Havre. That's quite a nice destroyer. I love that layout. Look at that. That's cool. So, forward torpedo with a 14-kilometer range, near enough. A pair of super-firing 4-inch guns that can fire over the torpedo launcher. Some kind of broadside firing 4 inches, a chase gun, stern gun, and then 2 more torpedo launchers on the back. Only 20-inch. I'd like it if those torpedoes were a little bit bigger. 35 knots, very reasonable. Incredibly expensive and huge, but that's solid. That's a solid little design. Pearl also firing. I can hear the battleships firing in the background, but I basically sent them away because we don't really want them engaging. Yeah, they just fired their torpedoes, presumably at Glasgow. Yeah. That's probably only the forward torpedo tubes. Might have been all of them, actually. Presume they kitted it with armour. Yep. Maybe auto's better on the main guns. Secondary should definitely be firing AP. We're not going to do N then. Well, that was a good shot from the Elsham. Oh, there you go. 7-inch hits from Glasgow. Oh, some torpedoes out from our destroyers as well. They'll neatly slot into the gap. And sunk. A nice design, if a little expensive for what it is. Yeah, nice to see the French AI is designing new ships. That's a good sign. They want an interceptor class. Sure. No, I still need spare capacity for repairs and stuff. Fails to gain northern France, really? 240. We have 300. Would have thought that would be quite possible. Let's move Rodney out to support. Got any other ships lying around? There's a couple of battle cruisers in Rosyth, Overlord and Renown. Oh, they're so fast though. Where do the Pacifics end up? One of them is here. Where are the Pacifics right now? Mediterranean. What are they doing down in the mid? Oh, they're helping with this. Are they in this group? Yes. So I'm just going to split them off. Merlin, Pacific, and Quicksilver. I'm going to pull Atlantic out of this group. And we're going to wait for, presumably that's Repulse, which is still waiting to be finished. How long until she is done? Six months. Okay, she can join them later then, because it'll be slightly more than that. It'll be more like 9 months before she's actually ready. So we'll form a super fast squadron. Lovely. 2 turns until this goes through. That's looking successful. Army now pushing from Belgium on to northern France. Yeah, I thought I was going to start this episode with the fall of Paris, but apparently not. That should have no chance. What's this? The Voltaire. Hello. A heroine class. That must be a repaired ship, because we've seen the heroines several times before. Do I want to try and torpedo a battleship? Do you know what? We've got some Danish destroyers in here as well. I think we are. Screw it. Why not? I very rarely do this type of fight. But we have a lot of destroyers here. Those ships, I don't remember them being stuffed full of secondary weapons. It's not fast. And, well, it depends. The transports could actually be a bit of an issue, but I think we might be able, if we put the cruisers together, and I'm not going to try and mess around with the squadrons or anything. I wonder if we can sneak in and cause some problems. We've got the Dunroben, Emerald, and Caduceus to deal potentially with the transports. It depends what the orientation of these ships is. Yeah, this thing only has 3-inch guns. It does have some torpedoes of its own, but it doesn't have a heavy secondary battery. It is relatively plentiful. It's kind of nice center arrangement. It's more of an AA battery than a one for dealing with destroyers. The transports, though, yeah. We're going to need to use the cruisers, I think, potentially, to deal with them. Although the destroyers have plenty of firepower. Maybe start off with the cruisers. Maybe soften those transports up a little bit from outside their range. See if we can get the battleship to leave the transports. Just kind of nibble at the edge. Wow. What? Okay, they're explosive transports, clearly carrying ammunition or explodium or something. But that's mildly hilarious. Yes, I think I'm best off trying to chip away, trying to get these destroyers Well, they are pretty much together, actually, which also helps. Starting to open up on the transports. Lovely. Those high-capacity, high-explosive shells do a number on a transport. Yeah, there she is. She's coming out to meet the destroyers. That's very helpful. Right, we're going to have to slow this down. Which group is this? Dittisham's group. Right, just course into the battleship just slightly. Don't worry about shooting it. No. Shoot the transports. Good. But get your torpedoes on the battleship. Complicated, I know. Although, we are doing a hell of a lot of damage to the Voltaire. Right, slow right now. Dittisham. Prepare to fire. But hold. And that. And fire. Good. Detach. And head that way under smoke. Bag shot. You're next. Hard to port. And fire. Oh, yes. Lovely. Good, good, good. Sheldrake. Prepare to fire. Poor old Voltaire. Is about to get nailed by some torpedoes. Oof. Hopefully Sheldrake will fire. She's about to get hit by the battleship's torpedoes. Catching 2 of them. That is a good spread though. And that is going to break the Voltaire in half. Beautiful. With an ammo detonation as well. Absolutely superb. Couldn't ask for better than that. Well done, destroyers. Transports should be no problem at all. This is actually something I spoke about a few episodes ago. The French kind of have to have... The main use case for a slow battleship like this is exactly this. Protecting a convoy, because we have battlecruisers. That's a perfect counter to battlecruisers showing up. You've got a tough ship that they don't really want to tangle with. However, the problem is you also need to send light cruisers, destroyers, etc. so that you can't do what I just did and just run in and torpedo the battleship and then gun down the convoy. And there we go. Lovely stuff. Well, all right then. Oh, France. Not your best day. Really? Is it? Welcome back. It's a couple of months later. Nothing serious has happened. They just fed one of the light cruisers that you've already seen millions of times. into this fleet over here. They are trying to conquer the Virgin Islands off of Denmark, which is interesting. Oh, hello. This is a new ship. 6 14-inch guns, a ton of 7s. Well, I say a ton, a bunch of 7s. A lot of 1.5s, though. Fast, 34 knots. Good quality armour. Got a couple of 11-inch cruisers here. But I think that's a bit rich for them. Fun though that could be, that at least we know that there is some interesting French vessels over here. What's the other convoy battle? No, we know that these things are annoying, and I'd have to torpedo it, and I don't want to. Okay, the main reason to have a chat is, well, the army's making no progress, but I think the naval invasion will go through. Just to make sure that it does, I'm going to redeploy Vanguard and her ships to join the Channel Fleet. What else have we got here? We've got another 8 battleships. Do you know what? Just form a mega blob. Form mega blob. There's a battlecruiser in here. Which one is it? Oh, inflexible. You should be back at home in Gibraltar. More battleships. I don't want that failing again. The battle cruisers head to the coast of Western France, head to La Rochelle. But that releases a lot of tonnage because the Mediterranean is now totally under British control. And very soon, I think we will have control over Europe. Yeah, not even Western Europe. Europe. Africa, the army is mostly clearing things up. We are nicely... Oh, it's bashing and crashing outside my house. It's very inconvenient. We're taking Fort Bayard just now. And then hopefully move this way. Oh my! The army has not been kidding around. Apparently they didn't get the strategic overview, which was to focus on Europe. Although, to be fair to them, they are attacking in Europe. They've just swept down and taken the eastern USA, leaving Maine isolated, which they are now attacking from New Brunswick. Ooh, that's quite spicy. Oh dear, France. Oh dear, oh dear. How's this one looking? Yeah, that one is definitely going to go through this time. 3 turns. Good, good. Attacking here, that's good. This one should go through no problem. What are you up to? France, you don't have any ships over here, do you? Didn't think you did. Might have to keep an eye on that one. This one will fail. That's their battlecruiser. Get it. Get it. Get it? Nope. No. Although it is a castle class, I probably could do this. Do you know what? Script. Let's have a look. Let's see if a castle class can take on these foudroyants. She does have 2 destroyers to help. Does the 5e. Here's the Frenchie. Who is spinning around, probably sticking with the transport. Far away is she? 28 kilometers, something like that. We should be in range relatively soon. I think we do have a slight range advantage, don't we? No, not really. I mean, we do technically, but it's sufficiently narrow that it's quite hard to hold on to it. Danton just kind of lazily sticking around. She hasn't responded to me yet. Now she has. Initial accuracy 4.3 for them, but we've been firing for longer. 8. So pretty even actually. To 11. You almost certainly want to be firing armor piercing. Ooh. Scored 2 hits. It's rude. Our accuracy is climbing rapidly though. They may be coming in for a torpedo attack. Yes, they are, and have fired. About turn. A little bit of good damage there. Destroyer's chipping in. You can go to save and lay down a smoke screen. Certainly annoying them. They can hit the torpedo tubes significantly. Come on, you've got to bang to rights. Oh, yeah, there we go. Main belt pin. Lovely. They're low on torpedoes, but not out. Another main belt pin. Very good. Might want to switch up to armor piercing. Good hits. And a solid hit. Getting there. And it's an out of high explosive ammo. Interesting. Do they just carry it, not carry very much of it? Yeah, max AP. Yeah, we should be more or less able to go through their armour if we get a solid impact. Like that. Destroyers holding up surprisingly well. Oh, that was a good shot. Yeah. Very solid. Main belt pin, a lot of flooding. Yeah, that's the stuff. Wow, that was a huge hit. I think Danton is done for. And there we go. Good. Very good. Well, it's not the end of the battle, of course, because we have transports to deal with. But it pretty much is. I don't think the transport's going to be cause too many problems. Only have some 3-inch guns. But that's fantastic. That's a castle class plus 2 destroyers. Very easily handling a Foudriant in the end. And that is a $400 million ship. Defeating a $500 million ship. And taking very little damage in return. That is kind of ideal. If you're playing this game, that's exactly what you want to try and do, is to build your ships that not pound for pound, because it doesn't use pounds, but dollar for pound are very effective against the enemy. Because that is how you just rack up victory points like nobody's business. And then we can hose down the transport with 40mm, and they will sink. Very good. All right. Well. Lovely. Back to the map. Yes, I think I was hoping the Fall of Paris was going to be this episode, but I actually think it's going to be in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you again soon for some more Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Bye for now.